Hot takes, great debates, highlights, basketball. Yeah, the NBA trade deadline is in a couple of hours, and one of the hottest names on the market is Marcus Morris of the New York Knicks. Marcus Morris can ball. He was one of the guys that I really wanted the Lakers to get this summer. We opted to spend our money elsewhere, and I can't complain. We're the #1 team in the Western Conference. From a chemistry standpoint, it seems like everything's worked out fine. Look, I was one of the biggest critics of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, but I have to admit, KCP has been balling over the last 3 months. I have no complaints with that Lakers roster as a diehard Laker fan. Not a LeBron guy. I've been a Laker fan my whole life. I think we have enough to make it happen right now. And I don't believe adding anyone is going to necessarily put us over the top. I believe if we're going to win it, we're going to win it, right? Under the tutelage of LeBron and AD and some of these pieces. I don't want to trade Danny Green. I don't want to trade Kyle Kuzma for Marcus Morris. Be clear, I think Marcus Morris is an overall better basketball player than those two guys individually. But I don't want to trade Marcus Morris. I don't want to trade for Marcus Morris for both of those guys. Danny Green's great in that locker room. He's a no BS type of guy. He's a good locker room guy. I am not as low on Kyle Kuzma as a lot of other people are. And I just want to send this message to this Lakers organization that I love so much. Y'all can't go trade Kyle Kuzma at the deadline right now. I'll talk about this more in another video. There is no guarantee that Anthony Davis is signing long-term with the Lakers. I don't believe he's doing that. Now, I do believe there's a chance AD will sign a short deal with the Lakers. But number one, LeBron's getting older. Pretty much he missed most of this time around. Like, look, think about this. This time last year, LeBron was just getting ready to make his return to the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken, from that injury, that groin injury that he had last year. All I'm saying is LeBron got injured last year. He's in year 17. At some point, we know he's a freak of nature, but you got to imagine that these minutes and his mileage on his body is going to catch up with the king. So all I'm saying is, why trade a guy that has the potential to be a #2 option for you? I wouldn't trade Kyle Kuzma right now, not even for Marcus Morris. Keep Kuzma. Morris is better than Kuzma right now, but I don't think this is a one-off for the Lakers. I think they have a window for a couple of years, and if you trade Morris for Kuz, yeah, you probably position yourself to go after a ring this year. But I don't believe the combination of Danny and Kuz. I don't believe, in my opinion, that's better. You want to trade that for Marcus Morris. Danny Green can knock down shots consistently. Now, Marcus Morris can put the ball in the basket, but he has his nights. You know, and I don't think we've seen historically in the past guys not acclimate to being, guys that are scorers in the league. They usually don't acclimate well to being catch and shoot guys with LeBron. They need the ball in their hands to get a better feel for the game. They don't want to just sit in the corner and wait for LeBron to pass him the ball or AD to pass him the ball. I think Marcus Morris could very well end up in that same box, right? So I think the best thing to do is stay pat at the deadline. You don't need to make a move. This team has enough to beat the Clippers. This team has enough to beat the Bucks. They just got to lock in and do it. LeBron don't need no more help. He's got enough. If AD is a top 5 player, he's got another top 5 player at his disposal. No other team in the NBA can say that. You got enough, right? Am I wrong? They got enough supporting cast. They got the coaching staff. There should be no excuses for my Lakers. I'm just being real about it. I don't think the Lakers will pull the trigger on Marcus Morris. Now, I do believe the Clippers could potentially pull that trigger. I know they're willing to give up on Mo Harkless. Remember, the Clippers had Marcus Morris this summer, but, Rich Paul manages Marcus Morris. Remember, he had the deal in San Antonio as well. He ended up reneging on that deal. Initially, he was going to get the Mo Harkless deal with the Clippers, but some people believe, and I can't report this as fact, because LeBron and Rich Paul, that's going to always be Rich's #1 guy, LeBron, right? Some people believe Rich Paul, the agent of Marcus Morris and LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I'm just throwing it out there. Some people believe that Rich Paul intentionally ruined the deal between Marcus Morris and the Clippers so the Lakers could still have somewhat of an advantage from a roster standpoint of the Clippers and not let the Clippers get too stacked. Again, Marcus was going to get essentially the same deal that Mo Harkless with the Clippers got right now. They wanted Morris, but that deal went south at the end. So I wouldn't be surprised with the Clippers. Right now, what I'm hearing, the deciding factor for the Knicks is they want Landry Shamet. They'll go Mo Harkless for Marcus Morris, but not straight up and down. They want Landry Shamet in the deal. And from what I'm seeing right now, Doc Rivers and that Clippers group, Lawrence Frank and company, they're not willing to give up on Landry Shamet as of right now. They see him as a valuable piece going forward for them, especially in the postseason. A guard that could, you know, guard guys like Danny Green or stick to some of the better point guards in the Western Conference. So, hey, it's all up for debate. The trade deadline's in a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours away. I don't expect Marcus Morris to be on the move, but if he was going to be on the move, I would assume it'd be the Clippers over the Lakers. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.